Okay, so oxyacids are the acids that have a radical with them. And so here are the rules for oxyacids. It is still pretty similar to ionic. There is a significant difference though from binary acids because we don't ever write hydro. So that's a really big difference that even though there's a hydrogen in it, we're not going to actually have the prefix hydro, and that can seem really backwards to people. You still have a hydrogen because it's an acid, and all acids start with an H. We just don't use that prefix hydro. So make sure you pause this video to write down these rules in your notes, and then I'm going to walk you through one. So we're going to make the formula for sulfuric acid. So again, I know this is an oxyacid because it doesn't say hydro in front. So it means it's a radical and an element. So it's a really big deal. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to write an H because all acids start with an H. Even though there's no hydro, I'm still putting H+. From there, then I'm going to talk about the anion part. So I have to figure out what the anion was. So if it was an ick, that means that it was an 8, because these are the ways we change the endings. A really good way to remember it is that you ate something icky in the cafeteria, or ites changed to os. I don't have a cute little saying for ite turns to os. So if you guys figure one out from ite changes to os, let me know. But I do know that you ate something icky. So if this is sulfuric, then it was sulfate. So that's the next step then. Step 3 is I'm going to write the anion in the symbol. So I'm going to write the radical. SO4 -2 is my radical there. So from there, then it's the same as any ionic equation that you would be creating or formula that you'd be creating. So we're going to cross our oxidation numbers, right? The 2 from the sulfate would come down with the hydrogen. The 1 from the hydrogen would go with the sulfate, but we don't write ones. And then the last step, we would reduce the subscripts if necessary. Now, here's the catch. You cannot touch this 4. Like this 4 has to stay a 4. You could only change something that you brought down from the top. So there's a 2 and a 1 here, because remember that there is this 1 from hydrogen, and those oxidation numbers cannot be reduced. So this would be my answer, H2SO4. You cannot reduce the 4 because it's part of sulfate. If you change it, you change the radical. So it's not the same thing. So we got to make sure that we're not reducing subscripts of radicals.